Hello and welcome to Canada Immigration Matters, the YouTube channel where we provide you with the latest information and tips on how to immigrate to Canada. I'm a registered Canadian immigration consultant with Chugo Immigration Services, and today, I am going to talk about asylum and claiming refugee status in Canada. We have received a lot of questions on this topic, and from all the crises and hardships refugee claimants are facing, we thought it is important to create an awareness of the Canadian asylum and refugee process. We will try to tell you what you need to know if you are fleeing persecution, violence, or danger in your home country and want to seek protection in Canada. In this video, I will explain the various refugee sponsorship programs, the entry requirements, and how to apply for refugee status, access healthcare, find employment, and get an education. I will also answer the top 5 frequently asked questions about claiming refugee status in Canada. As a disclaimer, the information provided on this channel cannot be perceived as legal Canadian immigration advice. Before you consider making an application to claim asylum or refugee protection in Canada, I strongly suggest you consult a lawyer or a licensed Canadian immigration consultant to help you make the best decision based on your specific situation. So, stay tuned. Let's move forward with the topic. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. Canada is a country that respects human rights and offers a safe haven to people who need refugee protection. Canada is a signatory to the 1951 Convention relating to the status of refugees and its 1967 Protocol, as well as other international treaties and conventions on human rights and refugees. Canada has 2 programs to help refugees claim protection. There is the Refugee and Humanitarian Resettlement Program for people who are outside Canada, and the In-Canada Asylum Program for people who are already in Canada or at a port of entry. To be considered a refugee in Canada, you must meet the definition of either a convention refugee or a person in need of protection. A convention refugee is someone who is outside their home country or the country they normally live in, and who has a well-founded fear of persecution based on race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group, such as women or people of a certain sexual orientation. A person in need of protection is someone who is in Canada and who faces a danger of torture, a risk to their life, or a risk of cruel and unusual treatment or punishment if they return to their home country. If you are outside Canada and want to come to Canada as a refugee, you must be referred by either the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, another designated referral organization, or a private sponsorship group. You cannot apply directly for resettlement from outside Canada. You must also meet certain eligibility and admissibility requirements, such as passing medical, security, and criminal checks. If you are accepted as a resettled refugee, you will receive permanent resident status and be able to live, work, and study in Canada. You may also be eligible for financial assistance from the government or your sponsor for up to 1 year after your arrival. If you are already in Canada or at a port of entry and want to make a refugee claim, you must apply either online or in person. You must fill out an application package that includes your personal information, your identity documents, your reasons for seeking protection, and any evidence that supports your claim. You must also undergo a medical exam and provide your biometrics, fingerprints, and photo. Your claim will be assessed by an officer from Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, or the Canada Border Services Agency, CBSA, to determine if it is eligible for referral to the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada. The IRB is an independent tribunal that makes decisions on immigration and refugee matters. Your claim may not be eligible if you have been recognized as a refugee by another country that you can return to, if you have been granted protected person status in Canada before, if you arrived via the Canada-US border, unless you meet one of the exceptions under the Safe Third Country Agreement, if you have made a previous claim that was rejected, abandoned, or withdrawn, or if you are not admissible to Canada on security grounds or because of criminal activity or human rights violations. If your claim is eligible for referral to the IRB, you will receive a confirmation of referral letter and a basis of claim form that you must complete within 15 days. You will also receive a notice to appear for a hearing at the IRB's Refugee Protection Division, RPD, where you will have an opportunity to present your case before a member who will decide whether you are a convention refugee or a person in need of protection. The hearing may take place several months after your claim is referred. You have the right to be represented by counsel at your hearing, but it is your responsibility to find and pay for your own lawyer or immigration consultant. If you cannot afford one, you may be able to get legal aid from your province or territory. You can also get help from settlement agencies or community organizations that offer services for refugees. If the RPD accepts your claim, you will receive protected person status and be able to apply for permanent residence in Canada. You will also be able to apply for a work permit or a study permit while waiting for your permanent residence application to be processed. If the RPD rejects your claim, you may be able to appeal the decision at the IRB's Refugee Appeal Division within 15 days. The RAD can either confirm, reverse, or send back the RPD decision for rehearing. If the RAD also rejects your claim or if you are not eligible for an appeal, you may be able to apply for judicial review at the federal court within 15 days. The federal court can either agree with the IRB or order the IRB to hear your case again. However, the federal court will only review your case if you can show that the IRB made an error of law or fact. If you have exhausted all your legal options and your claim is still rejected, you may be asked to leave Canada or face removal. As a refugee claimant or a protected person in Canada, you have certain rights and responsibilities. You have the right to access basic health care services through the Interim Federal Health Program, IFHP, which covers essential and emergency health services, as well as some supplemental services such as dental and vision care. You may also be eligible for provincial or territorial health insurance after a certain period of time. You have the right to access education for yourself and your children, as well as language training and settlement services that can help you adjust to life in Canada. Also, you have the right to work or study in Canada if you have a valid work permit or study permit, which you can apply for at the same time as your refugee claim or after your claim is referred to the IRB. You have the right to be treated fairly and with respect, regardless of your race, religion, nationality, gender, sexual orientation, or any other grounds. You also have the responsibility to respect Canadian laws and values, to cooperate with IRCC and the IRB throughout the refugee process, to keep your contact information updated, to pay your taxes, and to contribute to your community. Now that I have explained the refugee system in Canada, let me answer some of the most frequently asked questions about claiming refugee status in Canada. Question 1. How long does it take to process a refugee claim in Canada? The processing time for a refugee claim in Canada depends on many factors, such as the complexity of your case, the availability of evidence, and the number of claims in the system. According to IRCC, the average processing time for a refugee claim under the Protected Persons and Convention Refugees class in Canada, from eligibility to decision made, is about 23 months in 2023. However, This is only an estimate and your case may take more or less time than that. You can check the status of your claim online or by contacting IRCC. Question 2. Can I travel outside Canada while my refugee claim is pending? As a refugee claimant, you are not allowed to travel outside Canada while your claim is pending, unless you have a valid travel document from your home country or from another country that allows you to return to Canada. If you leave Canada without a valid travel document, you may lose your right to continue your refugee claim and face removal from Canada. If you have a valid travel document and want to travel outside Canada for a short period of time, you must inform the IRCC and the IRB before you leave and after you return. You must also make sure that you do not miss any appointments or hearings related to your claim while you are away. Question 3. Can I bring my family members to Canada if I make a refugee claim? If you make a refugee claim in Canada, you can include your spouse or common law partner, your dependent children, and any other family members who meet the definition of a dependent child in your application. However, if your family members are outside Canada, they cannot join you in Canada until your claim is accepted by the IRB and you become a protected person. Then, you can sponsor them for permanent residence under the family class category. If your family members are also in need of protection and are in a country where they cannot make a refugee claim, they may be eligible for resettlement to Canada under the 1-year window of opportunity provision, which allows protected persons in Canada to sponsor their family members within 1 year of their own resettlement. Question 4. What are the benefits of becoming a permanent resident after being accepted as a refugee? Becoming a permanent resident after being accepted as a refugee has many benefits. As a permanent resident, you can live, work, and study anywhere in Canada without any restrictions. You can access social benefits such as health care, education, and pensions. You can apply for Canadian citizenship after meeting certain requirements. You can also sponsor eligible relatives for permanent residence. As a permanent resident, you have the same rights and responsibilities as Canadian citizens, except for voting and running for office. Question 5. What are the risks of making a false or fraudulent refugee claim in Canada? Making a false or fraudulent refugee claim in Canada is a serious offense that can have severe consequences. If you lie or provide false information or documents in your refugee claim, you may face criminal charges, fines, or imprisonment. You may also lose your right to make another refugee claim in the future or be barred from applying for permanent residence or citizenship. You may also face removal from Canada and be banned from entering Canada for a period of time or permanently. Making a false or fraudulent refugee claim in Canada is not only illegal but also unfair to those who are genuinely in need of protection. Therefore, it is very important that you tell the truth and provide accurate and complete information and evidence in your refugee claim. I hope this video has helped you understand the asylum and refugee system in Canada and what you need to know if you are seeking protection in Canada. If you have any questions or need assistance with your refugee claim, please contact us at Chugo Immigration Services. We are a team of experienced and professional immigration consultants who can help you with your immigration needs. You can visit our website or email us to book a consultation. The link to our website is in the description below. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to like, share, and comment. Also, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. Share it with your friends and family who might be interested in Canadian immigration. We upload new videos regularly on various topics related to Canadian immigration. Stay tuned for more informative and helpful videos from Canada Immigration Matters. I appreciate your feedback and suggestions. Also, let me know in the comments what other topics you would like me to cover in the future. Thank you for watching and have a great day.